Welcome to today's ministry partnership video. Today we're highlighting Denver Presbytery. As you know, Grace and Covenant are part of the Presbyterian Church USA. That's our denominational body at the national level. And under that are various geographic regions called synods that are regional governing bodies for our denomination. And under the synods are presbyteries, which are districts of the Presbyterian Church and govern what happens in with our churches and ministers and elders and deacons and all those many things. And Denver Presbytery stretches as far west as Eagle Vale, as far east as the Kansas-Colorado border along the I-70 corridor. And so it goes as far north as about Westminster, as well as Brighton, as far south as Castle Rock. North of that area is what is called the Plains and Peaks Presbytery. South of Castle Rock is what's called the Pueblo Presbytery. And west of Eagle Vale is what is the Presbytery of Western Colorado. And so that gives you an overview of that kind of district and how that all is part of a synod. And we're part of the Rocky Mountain Synod within the Peace USA, the Presbyterian Church USA. And so I want to bring you into Denver Presbytery's website right here. And so right here at the top, you can see welcome in many different languages. These languages represent various faith communities and the language demographics that are part of Denver Presbytery. And right down here below is a picture on the website, on the main page of a Presbytery assembly. This one actually is from Covenant Presbytery DTC last April when Covenant hosted Presbytery Assembly. And you can see some familiar faces there. There's Pastor Dave right there on screen from that. Several times a year, the Presbytery assembles, and that is made up of minister members as well as commissioners from the various churches and congregations that come together to vote and decide and deliberate and reflect and pray and worship over and through many different things and business of our presbytery. As you come down below here in the website, you see lots of different things. We're a Matthew 25 Presbytery, which deals with congregational vitality, dismantling structural racism, and eradicating systemic poverty. You can get an idea of the mission, vision, and values of Denver Presbytery. Down below, you can see different events and all of those things that we're highlighting in the news right now for our presbytery. And you can see a lot of this stuff is happening in on a regular basis that we're updating things. And then as you think about how we're structured as a presbytery, so just like our churches have a session, presbytery has a council. And for us, that is called the Visionary Leadership Commission, and they are our governing council for Denver Presbytery. And under that are lots of different committees. I'm going to go ahead and click on that page, and you can see there's one that plans our assemblies, one that's over like stewardship and property and finances and legal stuff and insurance and all those kinds of things. Our mission engagement committee is all of our ministries and missions and mission partnerships and covenant communities, many of which Grace and Covenant are all part of. Ministry Relations Committee is a version of COM, the Committee on Ministry that used to exist. It's ministry relations at a larger umbrella with more functions than what the Committee on Ministry had, but that probably gives you your best window into that. Ministry preparation prepares different leaders within the presbytery, everything from preparing people to become pastors, preparing people for new worshiping community leadership, as well as and all of the disciplinary processes of ordination in the church and all those kinds of things. Servant Leadership Development Committee identifies various places that ministers and elders are called to in the life of the presbytery, and as well as helps to equip them for those things. And Staffing Resources Committee is our personnel HR group right there. If you ever are wondering what's going on in our Presbytery assemblies, you can come to this page, go to the assemblies page, and you can find minutes and upcoming stuff around that. Lots of other documents on this page. I want to move now back to the top and go to faith communities. So our faith communities are made up of our churches as well as our new worshiping communities. And so you can see this map right here and how all of that works out. And so you can see all the letters right here of all the various churches and new worshiping communities that we have here as part of Denver Presbytery. These two right here, one in Tabernash and one at Grand Lake, are the only ones that are kind of north of that Westminster, Brighton area on the map. And that just has to do with how geography plays out in Colorado and the Rocky Mountain Range right here, dividing them really from Boulder in that whole area. So there are just over 50 communities that Denver Presbytery has under its authority and connection. So lots of things that our presbytery is involved in and doing. And so my hope is that you will come to denpres.org, find out more about who our presbytery is, and find out more about the partnership and collaboration that exists there. Friends, thanks for joining me here today as we explore Denver Presbytery. My hope is that you will join us for each video each and every day, as well as join me next week for more on ministry partnerships. Thanks everyone for joining.